I'm a 46-year-old mum of two teenage girls, 17 and 15. Our life was far from perfect, but it was finally finding peace after a long, painful divorce process from my cheating husband until he died. An accident, sudden, brutal, and with it came the emotional aftershocks no one warns you about. Not just grief, but scandal, lies, and a family war I never signed up for. You see, my ex didn't just cheat, he built a whole secret family. 2 sons born from the affair, and when he and his mistress both died, the boys were orphaned. Cue the twisted fairy tale his parents tried to spin. They wanted custody of my daughters, tried to guilt them into becoming big sisters to their late father's love children. And, I kid you not, they even tried to move into our house, as if we owed them that. As if my daughters weren't the victims in all this. We were already in court over the custody nonsense. But what happened at the weekend market? That was the final straw. It was my youngest's birthday weekend. Nothing too fancy, just a little freedom at our local farmers market. I gave her a budget and let her run wild on chocolate and sweets. After about an hour, I started to worry. Just as I was about to call her, my phone rang. She was crying, panicked, breathless, saying she was being cornered. I bolted, dragging my oldest with me. We found her shaking, with 6 older women surrounding her, scolding her, accusing her. How could you turn your back on your poor orphan brothers? What kind of unchristian girl refuses her own grandparents? My baby girl, just 15, was trembling, mascara streaking down her face. These women, strangers to her, were unloading generational guilt and religious shame, and all she did was exist. I stepped between them, shielding her like a lioness. I told my oldest to take her sister's things and head to the car. And then I turned to the women. Some I recognized. Church ladies from my ex-in-law's congregation. They looked at me like I was Satan in yoga pants. You should obey your ex-husband's parents like a good Christian wife, one of them sneered. Excuse me? First of Alex's wife. Second, being Christian doesn't mean being a doormat, we shouted. Voices rose. Market security asked us to leave. But those women, they didn't stop there. Like a pack of judgmental vultures, they followed me all the way to the parking lot. I drove off shaking with fury, not fear. Later that night, after my girls were in bed, I logged into Facebook, and that's when I saw it. My ex-mother-in-law had posted this epic sob story in the church's private group, a sanctified piece of fiction. According to her, we had abandoned her and her husband, left them homeless and grieving. She painted us as monsters, heartless, cruel, anti-family. She even claimed the boys from the affair were the result of surrogacy, said I couldn't have more kids and rejected them because they were boys. I swear, I've never wanted to scream through a screen more in my life. But then, something clicked. This church, though problematic in many ways, incredibly strict about one thing: cheating. It's an unforgivable sin, regardless of gender. So, if I could prove the truth, I wouldn't just clear our names, I'd burn their lie to the ground. Because my divorce wasn't finalized when my ex died, I had everything: texts, photos, emails, no legal repercussions for using it. All perfectly above board. The next morning, I went full justice mom mode. I visited a print shop and paid extra for high-quality prints, photos of my ex and his affair, partner making out in our living room, screenshots of flirty texts, emails to his parents admitting the affair, messages where his parents encouraged him to keep it going. Worst of all, a message calling my daughters bastards and blaming them for their father's death just 2 days after the funeral. That one broke me, but it also fueled me. I spent hours making custom binders. They looked exactly like the hymn books the church handed out on Sundays. First page, a full-size photo of my ex and his mistress. I even labeled it. Then I quietly delivered the binders to the back table at church, the one where latecomers grab their hymnals. I didn't say a word. I didn't need to. What happened next? The church exploded. The group chat lit up with righteous fury. People were reposting the photos. The terms used to describe my ex and his mistress would make a sailor blush. Even the pastor had to intervenito, keep things from going full-rated. Suddenly, the same people who scolded my daughters were furious at my ex-in-laws for hiding the truth, for bullying grieving teens, for dragging their dirty drama into church. Oh, and the irony? They still blamed me for the divorce, but said it was understandable that I failed in my duties after such betrayal. Their words, not mine. I even got 2 handwritten letters apologizing to my daughters and an invitation to return to the church for support and healing. Right, my ex-in-laws? They were shamed out of the church, ghosted by the very community they used to control. My ex-mother-in-law posted a sad rant on her page about how no one respects elders anymore, how she misses her wonderful son who would have taken care of her. Yeah. With what money? I was the breadwinner in that marriage, and as it turns out, I left everything to my daughters, not him. As for those boys, they're with a distant relative now, safe, loved, but not our responsibility. My daughters, they're still healing with therapy and space and boundaries. And me, I sleep better, knowing that for once the truth won. People think silence means weakness, but sometimes silence is just you waiting, collecting receipts, and planning a masterpiece. The truth doesn't always need a mic. Sometimes it just needs a binder. Like, share, and subscribe.